Welcome back to MLB Tonight. I'm Robert Flores.
Welcome to day one of the Well, we're down to the pitchers now, Sarah, and the variety of things scouts are looking for when they look at pitcher. They're looking at, how well their body works over the rubber. I talk about balance, rhythm, and timing within their delivery. They're certainly looking at arm strength. They're going to measure spin, horizontal movement, but you're really going to look at command. I mean, where the catcher's set up, can you throw the ball to that spot, within the strike zone or outside the strike zone, and can you do that with multiple pitches?
As you said, already a handful of things that will be measured here. Of course, velocity. You mentioned spin rate. Something else clubs take a look at is active spin. That's what percentage of that spin rate actually contributes to movement, as opposed to just spinning but not changing the way the ball is actually moving.
And so that's why deliveries are so important. Every one of those metrics, Sarah, is tied to your ability to duplicate your unique body type. And that's why you can get a lot out of these bullpen sessions by bearing down on a pitcher's delivery. Above average. I'm a big believer in looking at hand speed and arm speed, and this young man has both of that. Tremendous feel and spin on his breaking ball, something you really can't teach. Command and control was a little bit spotty, but athleticism and pure arm strength, he goes near the top of the board.
I'm Ben Gelman. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the 6th inning, nobody out. Back here at Chase Field, and now the DH, Albert Angelis. These tournament games are, of course, just a part of the larger picture here at the Combine. Drills and assessments measure each player's fitness, strength, agility, and on-field performance, as well as other skills. And there's one down. Ken bats the next to hit. And that drops in for a strike. Fastball for a strike. 0-2 now. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Hauls it in, 2 away. Base is empty with 2 out. Parker now at the plate. He swings and fouls one off. The 0-1. And a strike. He's really attacking the zone, so the hitter has to get more aggressive. However, he got him. Strike 3, that retires the side. Nothing doing. Welcome back. We're in the 7th inning, and we have a new pitcher. Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th inning. And it's a pop-up. Nom under it. Makes the grab. Tough way for this AB to end for the batter. He saw that one coming right down the pipe. His eyes got big, and he lost control of his swing mechanics. That pop-up should have been a laser into the gap. Kane swings through it for strike 1. That one finds the zone.
Hey, stick to your plan up there, kid. Get your pitch and drive it.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. They are down to their final out. Adrian Diaz, the next to hit. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1. Hey, let her rip, let her rip.
And he fires in a strike. Big Daddy is just 1 strike away. Swing and a miss. Ball game over. Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th inning. We're back here at the ballpark. Here's the second baseman, Sidney Burris. And that one fouled off.
Hey, nobody.
Next one's fouled back. 1-run game in the bottom of the 9th. Got the K. Now 1 out. And now the center fielder, Tyrell McDonald. Bit behind with that swing at strike 1. Trying to close out this 1-run lead here in the last half of the 9th. On the ground to the left. On the run, throw to first. Nicely done for the out. So digging in, Esteban Ramiro. This one is in there. It's 0-1. A one-run lead. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. Got him looking. And that is the ball game.
With the 13th pick of the 3rd round, the Minnesota Twins select David Big Daddy, a closing pitcher from the Central Region.
Okay, so another pick off the board.
A call to the bullpen is made, and it looks like we'll be seeing a Double-A debut here in relief.
Leading up,
Ready for the bottom of the ninth. And now the first baseman, Alfonso Rivas. Cut on and missed. Strike one. Swings and misses. One-run game in the bottom of the ninth. Out to short. Whips it across. One up, one down. The designated hitter digs in now. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. He swings and fouls one off. Trying to close out this one-run lead. We're in the bottom of the ninth inning. And very quickly, it's 0-2 to the DH. Gets him swinging. Huge spot here. Bottom of the ninth, down to their last out. At the plate, the second baseman, number 21. Hoping to put the tying run aboard. Swings and misses, and that's the ball game. He records his very first save in professional baseball, and I have a feeling there are a lot more of those to come.
Our final line score. First, for the victorious win serve, 6 runs.
Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth inning. Popped up. The first baseman settles under this one. Puts it away for the out. Batter probably wants a mulligan after that swing. That one was right down the pipe, the kind of pitch hitters dream about. Ground ball to third base. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting. The center
So
fielder.
down to their final out of this one. And now the center fielder, Ramon Mendoza. And that drops in for a strike. Big Daddy, only 18 years old, and he was a third-round pick. In 2023, they're down to their final strike of the game. The Cardinals, down to their last strike. 0-2, here's the pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. And that is the ball game.
Our final line score. First, for the victorious win serve.
Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action.
17.
Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth inning. Rivas in the box now. No balls and a strike. Comes up empty, strike 2. Cut on and miss, that's a strikeout. He came out of the bullpen looking sharp. 3-pitch strikeout really sets a tone, and the opposing lineup is going to have a hard time keeping him from the save. Cassetti moving under it. But it's the pitcher that makes the catch. And there are 2 down.
The batter.
So it's
The
their
second
last
baseman.
chance of the ball game. Now it's the second baseman, number 21. That one fouled off. Fouled back our way, and that's out of play. 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth, and it's a 2-run game. In the air to right, and that should do it. That's the ball game. Big Daddy had a strong showing in relief in the win. Didn't allow any runs and got the save. Lockdown relief out of the Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th inning. Lipsius stands in now and watches strike one. Ground ball left side. Picks it up in foul territory. 0-2 now. That one is foul. We'll see another. Cut on a miss. That's a strikeout.
Now batting.
He's 2 outs away. And next, the cleanup hitter, Chris Oakey. That one finds the zone. And this one right back to the mound. The throw to first. They are down to their final out. The right fielder digs in now. 0-1. The Drillers down to their last strike. In the air to right, and that should do it. And that's the ball game. Big Daddy was outstanding in relief, helping them get the win. Pitched a clean inning for the save. That was a really nice performance out of the pen. Attacked hitters and didn't beat himself. Great job to usher them. Welcome to those of you just tuning in. I'm Ben Gelman, and we've got 2 outs in the 9th. And here's the first baseman. And that one fouled off. Big Daddy, only 18 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2023. Left field, Yate on the way over. That is the ball game.
Our final line score tonight.
Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th inning. Well, it's a 1-run ball game. The first baseman getting ready to hit. Cut on and missed. 0-1. Skies it to right field. The right fielder under it. Hauls it in for the out. And now the right fielder, 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Cassetti drifting towards this one. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting. Catcher.
So it's their last chance of the ball game. And here's the catcher, number 75. Swings and misses. That's strike 1. They're down to their final strike of the game. The Drillers down to their last strike. And again on 0-2. Gets him looking. And that's the ball game. Big Daddy with a terrific appearance in relief, helping them lock down the win. Didn't allow any runs and got the save. Lockdown relief out of the pen, exactly what they're counting on him to deliver. Nice job to help get the win. Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th inning.
The center fielder, number 9.
Swing and a foul straight back. That's a hittable pitch, but not what he was looking for. Early in the count, it's okay to take that. Goes down on strikes, and he knew he should have offered it that one. He came out of the bullpen looking sharp. 3-pitch strikeout really sets a tone, and the opposing lineup is going to have a hard time keeping him from the save. In the air, right field. Makes the grab. There's 2 gone.
Now batting. Catcher.
So down to their final out of this one. Chris Oakey, the next to hit. And a pop-up in foul territory on the right side. Carrying near the fence, and that will do it. Big Daddy with a fantastic bit of relief work in the win. Pitched a clean inning for the save. Love to see relievers. Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth inning. Here's the catcher, Brett Sullivan. Right through there for a strike. And that one fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now batting.
The shortstop digs in now. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. He swings and fouls one off. Fouled off at the plate, they'll do it again. The wind surge up big in this game here in the last half of the ninth. Gets a piece there, we'll do it again. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Struck him out looking. So it's their last chance of the ball game. Next up, the first baseman, number 39. And that drops in for a strike. They're down to their final strike of the game. Quickly in a 2-strike count. We'll see how aggressive he is at the plate. Swings and misses, and that's the ball game. Big Daddy with an excellent effort in relief. Tossed a scoreless inning and posted 3 strikeouts. He was a really steadying presence out of the pen in this win, and you can bet the evaluators love seeing that. Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth inning. Ground ball, right side. Steps on first for the out.
The batter, the catcher, Logan.
He's 2 outs away. And here's the catcher, Logan Porter. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Fires across the diamond. Got the out. So digging in, Nick Lofton. Splits the middle, that's a strike. And that's strike 1. The Naturals, trailing by 3. We're in the bottom of the ninth inning. Looks at one, then swings at one, and quickly he's down. Hit to the left side, this should be it. On to first, ball game.
Our final line score, first for the victorious insert.
Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth inning. And now at the plate, the designated hitter, number 26. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Big Daddy, a 6'3" right-hander, 185 pounds. And he was a third-round pick in 2023. And pops it up. And it's caught for the out. Here's the catcher, Tyler Cropley. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. 1 down. Base is empty here in the ninth. And that drops in for a strike. And goes down on strikes. Only 1 out remaining. Well, that strikeout didn't take long. Batter's got to put up a better fight the next time up. So down to their final out of this one. And now the center fielder, Carson Rockefort, right down the chute. 2 down and nobody aboard here in the last half of the ninth. This one popped up in foul ground on the first base side. And that's the ball game. Big Daddy was outstanding in relief, helping them get the win. Didn't allow any runs and got the save. He gave them a textbook He takes the mound for the first time at the AAA level. Time to take a breath, remember all he's learned, and just play ball. Fouled off left side. And that drops in for a strike. That's a hittable pitch, but not what he was looking for. Early in the count, it's okay to take that. Got him looking, and he did not like that call. So it's their last chance of the ball game. And now, the third baseman, number 92. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Swing and a miss. Nobody out, and the potential tying and winning runs on base. Punches that one away with 2 strikes. And that one is foul. We'll try again. The Mudhens down to their last strike. Got the strikeout looking. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard. This one is over. Congratulations to the closer as he notches his first save at the AAA level.
Fans, our final line score. First for the
Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth inning.
Hey, nobody away.
The designated hitter now at the plate, 1 for 3. There's a strike. Foul ball there. Got him looking, and that's a strikeout. And now the first baseman, Nick Pratto. Right through there for a strike. He swings and fouls one off. A strikeout there. That's out number 2.
The batter number 19.
Base is empty with 2 out. And here at the plate, Michael Massey. That one finds the zone. He's started this frame with 7 straight strikes. We're in immaculate inning territory. That one fouled off. Struck the batter out without a swing. Back-to-back Ks. Who needs a defense behind you? An immaculate inning, 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. A command performance for him. Big Daddy, with a terrific appearance in relief for him, struck out the side in a clean inning of work. That was a really strong performance out of the pen. Attacked hitters and didn't beat himself. Too bad they couldn't come out on top.
For the victorious Omaha Storm Chasers, 9 runs.
Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th inning. Well, it's a 1-run ball game. And now the right fielder. Corner infielders guard the lines. They're trying to keep extra bases at bay. And that one fouled off. Swing and a pop-up foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Hoping to put the tying run aboard. Gets a piece, stays alive. And here's the 0-2. Gets him swinging.
The catcher.
He's 2 outs away. And here's the catcher, Sandy Leone. And that drops in for a strike. Splits the middle, that's a strike. And it's foul, and the at-bat keeps going. Swings and misses, struck him out. And this is the kind of work the manager was hoping for, calling him out of the bullpen to start this inning. Those 2 straight Ks really build confidence for the whole team that they can hold this lead. So down to their final out of this one. The designated hitter, number 33, getting ready to hit. There's a strike. Big Daddy, only 18 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2023. They're down to their final strike of the game. The Storm Chasers, down to their last strike. Got it, and that will do it. Big Daddy with a terrific appearance in relief, helping them lock down the win. Didn't allow any runs and got the save. That was a really nice performance out of the pen. Attacked hitters and didn't... Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th inning. And that one fouled off. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Late that time, and it's strike two.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Up the middle, and handles that one. Sends it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter, the first baseman, Luis.
He's 2 outs away. Luis de los Santos digs in now. Right through there for a strike. Fly ball to center. Grabs it on the run.
Now batting. the
So
catcher.
down to their final out of this one. Next to hit, Philip Clark. Well struck, right field. This ball's carrying. That one's gone. And they inch closer. It's 5-2. Still behind, but a little more hope in that dugout now after the home run. Baroa in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. And that drops in for a strike. Big Daddy is just 1 strike away. Got it, and that will do it. He was steady enough and gave them a chance to win. Can't ask for much more than that.
Now,
I'm Ben
pitching for
Gelman.
St.
Thanks to
Paul.
those of you joining us
Number
late. We've got a
17.
good one going here in extra innings. Brian Servant now at the plate. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 1. Fouled back our way, and that's out of play. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Swung on and missed, struck him out. Here in the 10th, the leadoff hitter is out.
Now batting.
Now the left fielder, Alan Roden.
Allen Roden.
Fly out to center field. The center fielder settles under it. Got it, and there's 2 away. So it's their last chance of the ball game. Gabriel Martinez will hit next. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
They're down to their final strike of the game. The Bisons down to their last strike. Battling here, fouls it away. Now here's the 0-2. In the air to right, and that should do it. Hauls it in, and that's the ball game. Big Daddy had a strong showing in relief in the win. Didn't allow any runs and got the save. He gave them a textbook performance out of the pen, and shutdown relief like this
Our
is
final lineup.
always valuable. Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th inning. Now, Jesse Winker. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. And that drops in for a strike. Fights it off, we'll see another. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fights that one off, we'll reset and do it again. Foul ball, still 0-2. Gets it by him for the strikeout.
The batter.
He's 2 outs away. And the next batter, Juan Yepes. Foul ball there. 0-1 now. Late that time, and it's strike 2. Even knowing that he homered earlier in this one, the pitcher's attacking in this at-bat. He's confident, and evaluators love to see that.
Now batting.
So down to their final out of this one. Travis Blankenhorn getting ready to hit. Late with the swing there. 2 down and nobody aboard. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. In the air to right, and that should do it. That's the ball game. Big Daddy, with an excellent effort in relief en route to the win, pitched a clean inning for the save. Love to see relievers come out and shut things down the way he did in this one. Definitely a nice piece of the win. Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th inning. Well, it's a 1-run ball game. Leading off, Yohandy Morales, 1 for 3. And a big swing and a miss. Swings through that one for strike 2. 1-run game in the bottom of the 9th. Ground ball to short. Sends it across to first. And the leadoff batter set down here in the 9th.
The shortstop.
Next to hit, the shortstop, number 2. And that drops in for a strike. Challenge pitch right down Main Street, and he got the take, so he's ahead 0-1. Nice pitching. That one finds the zone. He didn't like either of the first 2 he saw, and now he has to battle down 0-2. That's a hit, and the tying run is on base here in the bottom of the 9th. Up against it with 2 strikes right there, but still managed to win the at-bat. That one was served in a punch bowl right down the middle, and he regretted it as soon as it left his hand. Wouldn't be surprised to see the runner break from first, trying to stay out of the double play. Got the hitter looking for the strikeout. They are down to their final out. And here's the catcher, Drew Milas. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. That one in there across the letters. With the tying run aboard at first, and the home team trying to send these fans home happy. 3 Ks already for him in this one, but he has to shove that aside and focus on this at bat right now. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Big Daddy is just 1 strike away. To the right side, sneaks through, base hit. Throw, and it gets away. And it'll be 1st and 3rd now after that miscue. And now runners on the corners with 2 away. I think that error may be due to the cold conditions here tonight. It's hard enough for me to grip my pencil and write in my scorebook, so I wonder if that's impacting the players on throws like that, too. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Here in the bottom of the 9th, and the home team is trying to rally and at least tie this one up. Struck the batter out looking. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard. This one is over.
fans, our final line score. First for the victorious.
I'm Ben Gelman.
Now
Thanks to those of you joining us late. We've got a good one going here in extra innings. And here's the first baseman, Juan Yepes. Right down the chute. That's strike one. Fly ball down the line. That will drop foul. Tying run waits at the plate. Got him looking, and that's a strikeout.
Now batting.
Next is the designated hitter, Travis Blankenhorn.
Blankenhorn.
Swing and a miss, strike one. With the tying run at the dish, here in extra innings. And swing and a miss. In the air, out towards right center, Jenkins under it. Makes the grab, and there's two away. So it's their last chance of the ball game. Here's the second baseman, number 19. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Big Daddy is just one strike away. In the air to left center.
You got it, you got it.
And that'll do it. Big Daddy had a strong showing in relief in the win. Didn't allow any runs and got the save. That was a really nice performance out of the pen. Attacked hitters and didn't beat himself. Great job to usher them to Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth inning. The third baseman in the box now takes strike one. And swing and miss. Gets him looking. Now one gone in the ninth.
Now batting.
Here's the catcher, 1 for 3. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. On the ground to first, and handles this chance. Will do it alone. 2 down.
The batter.
Now a chance for the center fielder, number 89. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Didn't do a good enough job of timing up the pitcher's fastball, judging by that swing. Goes down on strikes, and he knew he should have offered it that one. 3 up, 3 down here, so no change in the score. We're in extras here at the plate. Ben Gamble.
The right fielder, number 20.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Right through there for a strike. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He goes down looking. G-Man Choi will hit next. 3 for 3 with 3 singles.
G-Man Choi.
That one fouled off. 1 out, and the potential go-ahead run is at second. That pitch in for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Here's a pop-up. O'Keefe under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting. Left
And
fielder.
next, the cleanup hitter, Trace Thompson. High in the air, out to right. Jenkins drifts towards it, makes the play. That is out number 3. Very fired up after that and completely understandable. Great job to make some key pitches and get out of a tough inning. We're back here at the ballpark, all set for the start of this inning. And now the DH, number 91. In the air, out towards right center. Makes the call and the grab. Runner tags at second. And the batter will be the shortstop. On the ground to the left. Sneaks through, base hit. The run scores from third. It's 4-3.
Now back.
One down. The second baseman getting ready to hit. Skies it out towards left center. Gets under it, makes the catch. Pretty nice defensive play on that pop-up. It can be really tricky to bring those in, particularly if the wind's blowing a little harder. The third baseman in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that drops in for a strike. Not sure he was ready to hit. Took the first 2 pitches for strikes. Time for him to battle now. Cut on and miss. That's a strikeout. So a run on 1 hit. On to the next inning. And here's the catcher, number 20.
The catcher, Matt.
Right through there for a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out. Next up, the center fielder, number 89. Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Might have a more aggressive approach this plate appearance. Back up the middle, he knocks it down. The ball ricochets, and they still make the play for the out.
Now batter, the right fielder, Ben.
And now the right fielder, Ben Gamble. Ground ball to the right side. Takes it to the bag, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious Saints.
Welcome to those of you joining us now. Ben Gelman here, bringing you the action. Late stages of this one. Nobody out in the 9th inning. Well, it's a 1-run ball game. Ben Gamble now at the plate. And that drops in for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Late on that fastball.
0-2.
Hoping to put the tying run aboard. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first. Out. And there's 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Trace.
Now the left fielder, Trace Thompson. Foul ball there. Trying to close out this 1-run lead here in the top of the 9th. To third. 2 down.
That's an out.
The first baseman, number 99, Luke.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Luke Voigt. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Big Daddy, only 18 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2023. And that one fouled off. Big Daddy is just 1 strike away. Fly to center, and that ought to do it. That's the ball game.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious Saints.
I'm Ben Gelman. Thanks for tuning in. 9th inning here, 1 away.
17.
Stepping in, Ben Gamble. Swings through that one out in front there.
0-1.
With the tying run at the dish here in the top of the 9th. And that drops in for a strike.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Now 2 out.
Now batting. Left
So it's
fielder,
their last chance of the ball game. Here's the left fielder, Trace Thompson. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That one in for a strike. 0-1. And a pop-up in foul territory on the right side. The catch is made to end it. Big Daddy had a strong showing in relief in the win. Didn't allow any runs and got the save. That was a really nice performance out of the pen. Attacked hitters and didn't beat himself. Great job.
Oh, we love a good debut around these parts, especially when they're highly anticipated. Welcome in MLB Network.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Got it started a little too early, strike one. A little out front there as he swings through it. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And a pitch. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Lewis drifts towards it. Hauls it in. And there's one away. He's 2 outs away. And now the first baseman. And there's the strike. And that one is lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Rockies down to their last out. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Kyle Datris. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Right through there for a strike. This could end it. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
The final line score for our ball game tonight for the victorious Twins.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one. Nobody out in the ninth. Now it's Charlie Blackmon. 0 for 4 with 3 groundouts and a strikeout. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. One down, base is empty. High fly ball down the left field line. And that is a foul ball. The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Lifted in the air, out to left, under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So they're down to their final out. Brian McMahon steps to the plate and immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Big Daddy, only 18 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2023. 1 strike away. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Ball game.
Nice sweep in this series, and you continue playing at home. Everything feels good right now. This is the type of run that you can put together a
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Now up for Tampa Bay, Nico Holsizer. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. One down. And now the catcher for the Rays, Rene Pinto. Fastball for a strike. Base is empty, one away. You're in game one of this three-game set. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment move, get back on track. His team needs him.
Low stands in now and watches strike one. That catches the zone for a strike, and it's 0-2. Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 will get their shot.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the big
welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And now the DH, Nico Holsizer. 3 flyouts already. He's 0 for 3. And that drops in for a strike. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. Looking to get the tying run on base. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And the pitch. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
That's out to center field. Buxton moves under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So they're down to their final out. Josh Lowe next to hit for the Rays. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Next offering is in for a strike. This could end it. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, this team just hadn't been playing fundamentally sound baseball, but today they put it together. This should start them rolling now. You have to pay attention to the details. If you do that with good pitching, good defense, you will.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Here's Miguel Andujar. Swings and misses. It's 0-1. The pitch. Hot shot to third. To first. One up, one down. He's 2 outs away. Clark Elliott up next for the A's. Fly ball to right. Drifts towards it. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
So it's their last chance in this one. Abraham Toro up next for the A's. And that one fouled off. And a pitch. And a foul ball. This could end it. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Kicks and fires. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The A's trailing by 3. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Got him. And the crowd goes home disappointed as this one draws to a close.
Well, I'd say we got treated to a good one. Gotta love a game when you get 13 runs on the board. A lot of offense.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one. Nobody out in the 9th. Alec Thomas
Leading
now.
off for the Diamondbacks, the center fielder, Alec Thomas.
On the ground. Over to first. One out, bottom of the 9th.
The catcher, number 14.
Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. And first offering is fouled off.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Just off the inside corner. Now 1-2. Here comes a pitch. Popped up. Farmer should have this one. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down.
The batter, the shortstop.
Diamondbacks down to their final out. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Geraldo Perdomo. Swings and misses. 0-1.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Big Daddy is just 1 strike away. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that'll do it.
This team has won the series with the win in this game today, so you got your eye on a sweep. It's not going to be easy to do. When you're on the road, a home team is always fighting to keep themselves alive. So got to come out, execute, play really good.
Welcome in John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one. Nobody out in the 9th. Here's Dylan Moore. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. And that one fouled off. 0-2 now. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
The pitch. Got him swinging.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2.
That one out to right, and it drops in. So he gets on base and keeps it going. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. Right through there for a strike.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
This could end it. The Twins trying to close out a 3-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. Santana should have this one. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
A win on the last day of the month. You close it out with the W, but you want to carry that momentum.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. The 0-2. Just off the inside edge. Got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Jose Abreu up to hit. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Swings through that one.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Out number 2.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
4 hours exactly. Now pitching for the Twins.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Eloy Jimenez now. That's in there. That's strike 1.
This is the type of hitter his club wants at the plate, especially playing from behind. He's hoping to start a rally right here.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that you're going to wrap this thing up.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the last half of inning number 9. The punch out there. 2 out.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly. But
hit to right, and that should do it. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins take game 1 of the series on the road. Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Rafael Ortega stands in. This one in the air. He's under it. But it's the pitcher that makes the play. One up, one down. So the lineup flips over. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. And fouled off. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2. And that's a strikeout looking. Now only one out remaining.
Maybe a little bit of overthinking at the plate right there. You want to be patient with knuckleballers and not give into that pitch that's going to dart out of the zone at the very last moment. But that was about as hittable as knuckleballs can get, and he was frozen.
So it's their last chance in this one. Here is Yohan Moncada. Swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Late that time, and it's strike two. Trying to close out a one-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Foul ball still 0-2. Big Daddy is just one strike away. In the air out towards right center. He's under it. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, this one was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind him to make the play.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Well, one-run game. Now it's the DH, Mike Moustakas. And that drops in for a strike.
Starts him off with the breaking ball, which isn't surprising. They're trying to keep him off balance, but he's been known to connect on the breaking stuff too.
One-run game, bottom 9. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door. Cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
A one-run lead here in the third and final game of the series. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Called strike 3. The knuckleball buckled his knees.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
So they're down to their final out. Zach DeLoach, the next to hit. And that drops in for a strike. On the ground to short, Vasquez. Over to first, and that'll do it. And the Twins come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep.
Well, this is the perfect way to finish up a road trip, a sweep in this series.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for tuning in, and we've got a good one going here in extra innings. Well, one-run game. Now it's the DH, Lamont Wade Jr. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
And a swing and a miss. One out, the bottom of the 10th.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now Marco Luciano. Little chopper rolls foul. With the tying run at second, winning run at the plate, you're in game one of this 3-game set.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Popped up. Castro under this one. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the line.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. 3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. And now it's Wilmer Flores. 0-1. And today is draft day, singing an exciting day in terms of the future of the sport and the future of these teams. It's also changed a lot in terms of the immediacy of finding out. I mean, what was it? Carrier pigeon was how you found out about being drafted back when you were selected, right?
Well, fans today may not realize because we have, you know, such exposure on the internet and network sports and everything else. You find out right away. But when I was drafted back in 1993, I maybe found out, you know, later in the day. I was drafted in the morning, and I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants. So regardless, I think the feeling.
Ground ball to short, and this ought to do it. Over to first, and that'll do it. And the Twins win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Great pitcher's duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Here's the third baseman, Andrew Monasterio.
Andrew Monasterio.
And a foul ball. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. In the air to left center. Margot sizes this one up. Drops into the glove. 1 up, 1 down. This is Bryce Terang. Right through there for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Big Daddy pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
2 outs, base is empty. Sal Frelick up now for the Brewers. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. And that's a strike.
0-2.
0-2 now. Lifted in the air, out to left. Margot makes the grab. And that is that. No runs, no.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Kerry Carpenter up now for the Tigers. Back to the mound. He's got it. On to first, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth. He's 2 outs away. And next to hit for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. And that drops in for a strike. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Out to short. Castro whips it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Keith in the box now. No balls and a strike. Pitch is in there. And it's 0-2. Big Daddy is just 1 strike away. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't let any of those things distract them. In fact, they look like it.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. 9th inning here with 1 away. Zach McKinstry up now for the Tigers.
The right fielder,
Big Daddy, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Maybe a little bit of overthinking at the plate right there. You want to be patient with knuckleballers and not give into that pitch that's going to dart out of the zone.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
This is a huge win to take this series on the road before heading back home. You go home feeling good about yourselves. You've got some good momentum.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Well, 1-run game. Here's the White Sox DH, Mike Moustakas. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that drops in for a strike. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door. Cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
And there's 2 down. White Sox down to their final out. Now it's the shortstop, Paul DeYoung. He was late there, strike 1. There's a swing and a miss.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good.
Got him looking, and that is the ball game.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Well, one-run game. Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate. And there's the strike. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. And now the first baseman, Zach Remillard. Swing and a miss, strike one. Trying to close out a one-run lead here at the top of the ninth. And a big swing and a miss. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Looks it away for the out. So they're down to their final out. So up next for Chicago, Nicky Lopez. And that's in for a strike. Big Daddy, only 18 years old, and he was a third-round pick in 2023. One strike away. Looking to get the tying run on base. Hit to right, and that should do it. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
All these players were able to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th and just cruise to this win, getting those final 3 outs in the top of the 9th. Excellent job of securing your home field.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Well, one-run game. Zach Remillard digs in now, 1 for 3. In the air, right field, drifts towards it. Brings it in. 1 away.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Swing and a miss. A one-run lead here in the third and final game of the series. Got him looking. 2 gone.
Maybe a little bit of overthinking at the plate right there. You want to be patient with knuckleballers and not give into that pitch that's going to dart out of the zone at the very last moment. But that was about as hittable as knuckleballs can get, and he was frozen.
Nicky Lopez up to the plate. Right through there for a strike. And the White Sox down to their final strike. Big Daddy is just 1 strike away. Over to first, and that'll do it. And the Twins finish off a 3-game sweep here in front of the home crowd.
Oh, really nice 3-game home series sweep. They came out and
Now pitching for the Twins.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th.
Get this guy out of here.
Patrick Wisdom now at the plate. And that drops in for a strike.
now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
0-2 is the count.
And a swing and a miss. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Bellinger, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
This is the type of hitter his club wants at the plate, especially playing from behind. He's hoping to start a rally right here.
The punch out there. That's out number 2.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side. Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Popped up under this one. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
3-1 ball game, quick game. We were looking for a little bit more. It seemed at points the offenses were going to break out, but a total
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Here's the catcher to hit, Jake Rogers.
The catcher, number 34. Jake.
That's in there. That's strike 1. And a swing and a miss. Right through there, got it. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
So they're down to their final out. And up next for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. Right through there for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is in for a strike. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins even this series up at a game apiece.
All these players were able to take the lead in the bottom of the 8th and just cruise to this win, getting those final 3 outs in the top of the 9th. Excellent job of securing your home field.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Here's Garrett Hampson.
The batter, number 3.
This is the type of hitter his club wants at the plate, especially playing from behind. He's hoping to start a rally right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. Makes the grab. Now he launches a throw over his head. He's 2 outs away. Now it's the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Struck him out looking. Last chance for the Royals, and now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Royals. Freddie Fermin. And a foul ball. This could end it. In the air right field. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins even this series up at a game apiece.
Great pitchers duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game, and for these pitchers, it really.
Welcome in. We're in the eighth. 2 men out. John Sciambi along with Chris Singleton. So 2 down. Next to bat will be the Texas cleanup hitter, Adolis Garcia. On the ground to third. Throws to first in time. Inning over. Back in Arlington. Last chance for the home team. Now it's Marcus Semien. There's a strike.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Castro sends it to first, and Semien is out. He's 2 outs away. Josh Young stepping in for the Rangers. And first offering is fouled off. Big Daddy, only 18 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2023. Here comes a pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 1 down, base is empty. Into center. Buxton sizing it up. And an automatic double as it hops the fence. So next to hit for Texas, Ezekiel Duran. Right through there for a strike.
That ball exploded off his bat and off the warning track as well as it bounced over the fence. And it sounded really good, too. He just put together a really nice swing and just missed a home run.
2 down.
Got the pitch that he wanted. Just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open. Backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
That's to third. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. He doesn't have a throw, and they don't get an out on the play.
1 out away from this game being over, but an infield single keeps them alive. They're still breathing, and maybe this provides that last-minute spark.
Wood in the box now. Take strike 1. One strike away. Swing and a pop-up. Martin has it sized up. And that is the ball game.
The final line score for the now pitching for Minnesota.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for tuning in, and we've got a good one going here in extra innings. It's Xander Bogaerts now. Right through there for a strike.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Tying run at the plate. Got him looking. And that's the first out.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Machado swings through it for strike 1. Hit in the air, right field. He's under it. brings it in. 2 away now.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or two on base.
Moniak in the box now, takes strike 1. With the tying run at the plate, and we're in the last half of the 10th. Got the bat going too soon, it's strike 2.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
Fans are trying to line score. First,
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And now the center fielder, Jose Azocar.
the center fielder, Jose.
Right through there for a strike. Big Daddy goes 6 feet 3 inches, 185 pounds, and he was a third-round pick in 2023. And the pitch. Got him swinging.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Out towards left center. Buxton sizing it up. Snags it for the second out.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Xander.
Last chance for the Padres. Next for the Padres, Xander Bogaerts. He was late there, strike 1.
No balls. 1 strike.
They're down to their final strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, this is the perfect way to finish up a road trip, a sweep in this series before heading back home. This is a team that's got things rolling.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. 9th inning here with 1 away. This is Dylan Carlson, 1 for 2. Strike 1.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Swings and misses. Cardinals now with just 1 out remaining. And now it's Ivan Herrera. He's already homered in this game. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Crawford over at second. Win on at first with 2 down. Over to first, and that'll do it. And the Twins take the series opener here at home.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Ryan Noda now at the plate, 1 for 3. Right through there for a strike. Big Daddy goes 6 feet 3 inches, 185 pounds, and he was a third-round pick in 2023. The 0-2. The punch out there, and a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Here's Crawford now, open stance on that left side. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Down the line, Margot on his horse, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. And down on strikes he goes. And there's 2 away.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side. Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins take the first 2 games of this series.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the line.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Adam Duvall at the plate, 1 for 3.
This is the type of hitter his club wants at the plate, especially playing from behind. He's hoping to start a rally right here.
Here comes the 0-1. And that one is in for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
The 0-2. Got him looking. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Julian moving under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Big Daddy is just 1 strike away. Got it. And that'll do it.
Every team wants a reliable closer, and that's exactly what he delivers for his squad. They expect to win when he's on the mound at the end of the ball game, and he just produced his 25th save of the year.
The final line score for our ball game.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Here's Kiermaier now. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Brings it in, 1 up, 1 down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Connor Falefa swings through it for strike 1. All tied up here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Fought off foul. And he deals. In the air out to center. And that is that. So no runs, no hit. We're in extras here. Digging in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And that one fouled off. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Maybe a little bit of overthinking at the plate right there. You want to be patient with knuckleballers and not give into that pitch that's going to dart out of the zone at the very last moment. But that was about as hittable as knuckleballs can get, and he was frozen.
Popped up. Kirilloff in position. Squeezes it. 2 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
And it'll bring up Justin Turner. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. 2 down. Go ahead run and scoring position. And a big swing and a miss.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boo. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
Man at second. Caught him looking for the K.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Now up for Tampa Bay, Jose Caballero.
The left fielder, Jose.
Right side, hard hit. And he handles it himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 50, Josh Lowe.
Now at the plate, Josh Lowe. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Just misses. And that is ball 1. And that one popped to short. Correa is there. Puts it away for the out.
The batter, number 10, shortstop.
So they're down to their final out. And here is Ahmed Rosario. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth. Right through there, got him. And that'll do it.
Well, the goal when you go on the road is to at least play 500 ball. Well, they've been winning series. They win this one here, and you got your
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Well, one-run game. Now it's Hunter Renfroe. Fought off foul. One-run game, bottom 9. Chopped on the ground. Whips it to Kirilov. And Renfroe is retired. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Next offering is in for a strike.
This is the type of hitter his club wants at the plate, especially.
Got him swinging.
Well, obviously the knuckleball, it's not a pitch designed to blow by hitters, but you'll see this every once in a while. You give up on that pitch at the plate, and then the last moment it darts back into the strike zone, and you're just not ready to get a swing off in time. Looks like it's 100 miles per hour, and I tell you what, I know from personal experience it's not a good feeling.
Lifted to left, and this should do it. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as comfortable as what you've been used to. The mound doesn't look straight. The background.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Zach Neto digs in now. Right through there for a strike. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
And down on strikes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
And now it's going to be Nolan Shotwell. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
And the pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Got him looking for the K. Now only 1 out remaining.
Man, that thing just barely got the zone, so you almost can't blame the guy for laying off. I mean, with the way knuckleballs dart all over the place, realistically, that could have just as easily missed by 4 or 5 inches. It's such a tough pitch to not overcommit to, so sometimes you just hold up and hope it dances out of the zone.
Angels down to their final out. And now the designated hitter for the Angels, Aaron Hicks. That's in there. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is fouled back. Big Daddy is just 1 strike away. Right through there, got him. And that'll do it.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look at, can we double that? Make it double digits. Make it.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Well, one-run game. Spencer Steer now at the plate. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. Looking to get the tying run on base. And fouled off.
This guy at the dish excels in two-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Got him looking for the K.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door. Cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other two outs.
Vaughn swings through it for strike one. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First two batters, two strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the third baseman, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Swings through that one for strike one. A one-run lead here at the top of the ninth. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, this turned out to be an exciting, very well-played game. Always feels great when you can take the lead in the eighth at home. Come out in the ninth, the crowd will be behind that pitcher as he tries to get those final three outs. Everybody goes home happy.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Andrew Vaughn now.
The first baseman, number 25.
And that one fouled off. Right through there for a strike. And a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door. Cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other two outs.
And that drops in for a strike.
No base hits in the series for him so far, and it's
got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first two hitters. It's hard not to feel defeated and that this is going to go quickly, but you got to go up there, maybe try to find a way to choke up on the bat, spread out, put the ball in play, and maybe you can extend this inning.
Now here is Tyler Stevenson. Splits the plate. It's 0-1. Big Daddy, only 18 years old, and he was a third-round pick in 2023. The Reds down to their final strike. Looking to get the tying run on base. Got him, and that's the ball game.
He's done it again, Boog. That's his 30th save of the year as he puts another game to bed. Sweet dreams, everyone.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Jake Rogers digs in for the Guardians. 1 for 3. In for a strike, going 1.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
That one finds the zone. 0-2. One-run game, bottom 9. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Righty to the plate. Popped up. Makes the catch for the out.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, second baseman.
Last out for the Guardians in this one. Andres Jimenez digs in for the Guardians. Late with the swing there.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
They're down to their final strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Laureano comes up to hit, 1 for 3.
The center fielder.
Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now 1 away.
Well, the first batter, it's always a big one for the closer. I mean, you get that punch out, you get settled in, you feel like you're in command out there on the mound from the jump, and kind of prevents any doubt from creeping into your mind or the fielders that are playing behind you that, you know, you're going to wrap this thing up.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. And a big swing and a miss.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. On target. He got him. Nice play.
Knew he had to hurry after that nice forehand grab, and he did. He couldn't have transferred the ball from his glove to his hand and released that throw any better than he did right there.
So it's their last chance in this one. Here's Jose Ramirez. And that drops in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Trying to close out a 1-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9. Now this is in the air down the line. Wallner on the move. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a 1-run ball game.
Well, you take a tie ball game into the 9th on the road, you know that you've got some work to do. You got to score, but then you've also got to get 3 outs in the bottom half of that inning. They did just that today. Very well played ball.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the 9th. Pinch hitter coming on, Josh Naylor.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Drops into the glove, and there's 1 down.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
The right fielder, number 10.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Jose Ramirez. Looking to start something with 1 gone. And that one hit to first. Farmer steps on the bag. Now only 1 out remaining. Austin Hedges now.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in a ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Twins trying to close out a 1-run lead. Yeah, the home team trying to pull it out. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, the goal when you go on the road is to at least play 500 ball. Well, they've been winning series. They win this one here, and you got yourself a little bit.
Now pitching for the Twins.
Welcome in, John
Number
Sciambi,
18.
Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And stepping in for
Leading off
Boston,
for the
Wilyer
Red Sox,
Abreu.
The center fielder, Wilyer.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Big Daddy, pretty much every manager's dream coming out of the pen. High strikeout, low walk. That is a recipe for success. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other two outs.
And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Got him looking with the knuckler for strike three.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First two batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Rafaela stands in now and watches strike one. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
1 strike away. Got it. And that'll do it.
These hitters had the long ball working for them today. 4 home runs had a lot to do with them coming out on top.
The final line score for this afternoon.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. And at the plate for Miami, Jesus Sanchez. 1 for 3.
Jesus Sanchez.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. And he deals. That one fouled off. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Up the middle, Castro. 2 up, 2 down. Marlins down to their final out. And the batter will be the shortstop, Nick Gordon. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
One strike away. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that'll do it.
This is why they turn to him to close out games. He's so reliable in these spots, and he just moved it for the 35th time this season. Nice job getting it done out of the pen.
Welcome in, John Sciambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Well, 1-run game, and now for the Marlins, Josh Bell, 1 for 3. Fought off foul. And fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And the 0-2. To the right side, Castro. tosses to first. One up, one down.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Sanchez in the box now. Takes strike one.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Squeezes it, and there's two away.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
So they're down to their final out. And up next for Miami, Luis Campusano. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. This could end it. Got him, and that's the ball game.
The number 90 is a big number. You're talking 90 wins over the course of a big league season. Extremely impressive. These players have worked hard all year long.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Now here's Nolan Jones. Ground ball right side, and it goes just foul.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
The punch out there, and a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other two outs.
The Twins leading by 3 here at the top of the ninth, and they'll do it again. He goes down looking.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First two batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
2 outs. They're down to their final strike.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. And that'll wrap it up. The Twins take the series opener here at home.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Here's Adley Rutschman, and this is very likely the last chance he gets to keep his hitting streak alive. Right through there for a strike. Big Daddy, a 6'3" righty. He throws a knuckleball, a 4-seamer, a sinker. Could be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit.
So clutch, you could argue that he's been this team's MVP this year.
With the tying run at the plate here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. That one out to right. Under it. Brings it in. And there's one away.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or 2 on base.
And that one fouled off.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The tying run at the plate. Swung on, belted. Buxton going back on this one. Pulls it in on the warning track. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. So they're down to their final out. To the batter now, Ramon Urias. Hard ground ball, base knock. In comes the run from third. It's 2-1. So the tying run reaches with 2 away.
Picks himself up an RBI. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And that's a strike.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. This could end it. Got him. And that is the ball game. Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Here's the left fielder. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. He makes the grab, and there's 1 away.
You know, the mascots on the Big Twins logo in center field actually have names, and they're Minnie and Paul, named for the twin cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul.
Foul ball. The Twins trying to close out a 3-run lead here in game 1. There's a strike. Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Maybe a little bit of overthinking at the plate right there. You want to be patient with knuckleballers and not give into that pitch that's going to dart out of the zone at the very last moment. But that was about as hittable as knuckleballs can get, and he was frozen.
They're down to their final strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Right through there, got him. And that'll do it. So the Minnesota Twins off of the right foot here in this wild card series. They take game 1 in front of their home fans.
Yeah, and you could argue there's even more pressure on you as the home team in a 3-game series, but these fans definitely showed up.
Welcome in John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa up to the plate, 1 for 3. That's in there, and it's 0-1. Hit in the air, right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. 1 away. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Out to short. Sneaks through, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
And the righty deals. Popped up. Correa is there. Makes the grab. 2 down. One out left for the Blue Jays. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And that one fouled off.
Right now they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps. Give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Big Daddy is just one strike away. On the ground to the left. Ball game. They win the series and punch their ticket to the American League Division Series. So the Minnesota Twins get it done here in Game 3 with the backing of their home fans, and they can celebrate for the night as they shift their sights to the Division Series.
Yeah, congrats to them. These 3-game series don't leave a lot of room for error, Boog, and it really could have gone either way coming into this game. I think they fed off of this crowd, and those are the types of things you love to see this time of year.
And the season comes to an end in the other dugout. Not what they were looking for from their October run, so they'll move into the offseason looking to make improvements before next year. Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this one, nobody out in the ninth. Now up as the Yankees DH, Everson Pereira. There's a swing and a miss. Big Daddy, pretty much every manager's dream coming out of the pen. High strikeout, low walk. That is a recipe for success. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Obviously, the knuckleball, it's not a pitch designed to blow by hitters, but you'll see this every once in a while. You give up on that pitch at the plate, and then the last moment it darts back into the strike zone, and you're just not ready to get a swing off in time. Looks like it's 100 miles per hour, and I tell you what, I know from personal experience, it's not a good feeling. He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
This one in the air. Correa is there. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Verdugo in the box now. No balls and a strike. One strike away. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Ball game.
In an elimination game, you see your season quickly coming to an end. It can be a bit nerve-wracking, but they were able to settle things down, come out and play really good baseball in this one. They get the win, and the series continues.
Mm-hmm.